Hello again. The fast food worker couldn't believe the sounds he was hearing from the restroom of the Burger King restaurant in Allentown, Pennsylvania, for they were distinctive cries of a newborn baby. So he rushed into the bathroom. There he found a tiny bundle just 3 hours old, wrapped in a sweater and all alone in the world. Of course, he immediately called emergency services, who rushed to the scene to find the little girl alive and well. She was then taken into care as a fruitless hunt to find her mom again. In fact, one child development officer remarked, "Right now, we're the only thing this kid's got in terms of a family." The bemused worker who found the baby took TV crews into the restroom to reenact his discovery. He recalled, "I heard a kid was crying in the bathroom, so I went in. You don't expect anything like that. I don't know what to say." Meanwhile, the pair of paramedics who took the baby into the hospital were also captivated by her. One ambulance officer said, "She is a beautiful baby. She really is." Then her colleague summed up all the too tragic backdrop to her start in life, adding, "The only sure thing was the baby was alive when we were en route. I'm sure whoever gave her up is having a very hard time right now." All this happened more than 30 years ago, back on September 15, 1986. The child attained nationwide fame as the Burger King baby. Cops interviewed locals, checked the surroundings for fingerprints, and searched the local area. But they never did find her mom. While hopes of reuniting the girl with her biological mom faded, the baby was adopted by a local couple, Brenda and Carl Hollis. They cherished her and brought her up as her own daughter. But Brenda knew that little Catherine, as she was named, would one day need to find her real mom, and she was determined not to stand in the way. So in 1998, when Catherine was 12, her adoptive parents finally broke the news to her about her real mom. They showed her a scrapbook of pictures and newspaper articles that they had collected from the time. The clippings detailed the story of Catherine's discovery. From that moment, as they know, Catherine felt the need to find her real mom, as she subsequently explained on the Today Show. "You just wonder where you come from. I would never want to replace my adopted family, but being adopted, a part of you is missing, and unless you've been adopted, you really just don't understand that." As she outgrew her teens, going on to start a career in medicine as a technician, marry, and have 3 kids herself, the nagging desire to find her mom never left Catherine. So finally, in 2014, at the age of 27, she gave into it. In fact, she sought the help of the world's greatest detective since Sherlock Holmes, social media. Armed with a picture of herself and her history, written in felt pen on 2 sheets of paper, she took to Facebook. Her message again, looking for her birth mother, and it intended, "Maybe she will see this. Thank you." And after a staggering 30,000 Facebook shares around the world, Mom eventually did see it. In fact, it took just 2 weeks before Kathy Pochek got in touch with the daughter she had left in desperation 27 years earlier. And her own backstory turned out to have been very bit as traumatic as that perceptive paramedic had guessed. Kathy was really just a child herself when, aged 16, she was raped while traveling in another country with her family. Filled with shame, she had her baby girl in her bedroom before smuggling her to the nearby Burger King and abandoning her. By her late 20s, Catherine was mature enough to understand the desperation behind her mom's teenage actions. Indeed, she told the Today Show, "She left me somewhere she knew I'd be found, and she did not want to throw me away." Finally, a tear-filled reunion on the Today Show, Catherine met her mom she never knew, and she instantly found that the foundling baby with no kin now had 2 families to turn to, in a TV studio with her adoptive mom, Brenda, on one side and real mom Kathy in the middle. Her life was complete, and the amazing coincidences that somehow hid the pair from each other for all those years were revealed. Perhaps the most bizarre was that Kathy was the babysitter for the man who eventually became Catherine's husband. So she had known her son-in-law for considerably longer than her own daughter had. Aside from that, the pair ended up with similar names, Mom being called Catherine Ann, while her daughter was christened Catherine Ann by her unknowing adoptive parents. Furthermore, it was revealed that they both drive the identical make and color of car while both work as emergency medical technicians. So the pair exchanged stories for 4 hours on that meeting, and Catherine said, "We are definitely going to have a relationship." Her new mom added, "I'm really glad you came looking for me." They have continued to meet since. Meanwhile, adoptive mom Brenda was not feeling put out at all. Indeed, she was delighted by Catherine's good fortune. Smiling, she said, "She had been talking about it for a long time. Never in a million years did we expect this to happen." Did you like the story? Check out our channel for more.